Today's topic is genetic code. In this topic, you will study about the genetic code. So here you will study what is genetic code. The genetic code is a set of rules by which information encoded within the genetic material in DNA or RNA is translated into protein by the cell. So the information that is present in the DNA or RNA that is transferred to synthesize protein. So that is the information is in the coded form, and these codes are called genetic codes. Nirenberg and Philip later revealed the triplet nature of the genetic code. As genetic codes are triplet, there are three in group. The genetic code and nature of the genetic code that was revealed by Nirenberg and Philip later, and deciphered the codons of the standard genetic code. Later and Nirenberg were able to determine the sequence of 54 out of 64 codons in their experiments. The codons are 64. In 1968, Khorana, Hawley, Nirenberg received the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine in their work for deciphering the genetic code. So what are codons? You will see here. The codon or code defines how the sequence of nucleotide triplet called codons specify which amino acid will be added next during protein synthesis. So the sequence of amino acids is decided by these codons. The number and the sequence of bases in mRNA specify an amino acid is known as codon. So codon is the triplet which decide the sequence of the amino acids. They are found on mRNA. The set of bases in tRNA with base pair with the codon of mRNA is known as anticodon. So the anticodons are present on tRNA, but codons are present on mRNA. Codons are written in 5 to 3 prime, but anticodons are usually written in 3 to 5 prime. They are 5 to 3, they are 3 to 5. Here start codon. So there is a codons to start or stop the process of protein synthesis. So the start codon which initiate the process, start the process. The most common start codon is AUG, which is read as methionine. This codon is for amino acid methionine in bacteria, as N-formyl methionine. AUG is known as start codon or initiator codon or initiation codon, as it starts the synthesis of polypeptide chain, formation of protein. So starting of this process is done by the start codon, as it initiates the process, that why it is called start codon. So start codon is AUG. Here AUG is start codon which codes for methionine. This is initiation codon or initiator of the process. Now properties of genetic code. The genetic code is triplet. This is a group of 3 base pairs. First suggested by Gamow in 1954. 3 RNA bases codes for the 1 amino acid. So 3 codons, the triplet, and they code for one amino acid. One triplet codes for one amino acid. The code is universal. The same genetic code is applicable in all the forms of organism from the microbes to human beings. So the same codon is for same amino acids in all the organisms. Next characteristic is genetic code. It is specificity, means genetic code is specific and ambiguous, as specific codon always code for the same amino acid. So this is called unambiguous. Genetic code is unambiguous because a specific codon always code for the same amino acid. Like triple U codes for the phenylalanine, it is cannot code for any other amino acid. It cannot code for other amino acid, as this amino acid, this codon codes for phenylalanine. So it always codes for phenylalanine. It does not code for, it cannot code for other amino acid. So it is specific. Genetic code is universal. In all the living organisms, genetic code is same. So if genetic code, like you have seen triple U, that is coding for phenylalanine. So this code is universal in all the organisms. It will code for the same amino acid. So in all the living organisms, genetic code is same. The exception is here to universality is found in mitochondria. So in mitochondria, the exception is here codon, where AUA codes for methionine and UGA for tryptophan instead of isoleucine and termination codon respectively. So see here, this code codes for methionine and UGA for tryptophan instead of leucine and termination. So UGA is termination codon also. AGA and AGG or AGG codes for the arginine in cytoplasm, but in mitochondria they are termination codons. So here the universal rule is not applicable in mitochondria codons. Now genetic code, this is called degenerative nature of the code. So see here, you will see a degenerative, the code is degenerative. So genetic code is redundant, also called degenerative code. Although each codon corresponds to a single amino acid, but a single amino acid can have multiple codons. So this nature is called degenerative nature of the genetic code. Except tryptophan and methionine, each amino acid has multiple codons. So the nature in which codons code for a single amino acid, but a single amino acid can have multiple codons. So the single amino acid can be coded by more than one codon. So this is called degenerative nature of the genetic code. Here you can see, here two codons are coding for one amino acid. Genetic code is non-overlapping and non-punctuated. All codons are independent sets of three bases. There is no overlapping. Codon is read from a fixed starting point as continuous sequence of bases taken three at a time. The starting point is extremely important and this is called reading framework. So if we change the reading, then framework will be changed. If there is a codon like AUG, GAG, GAG, so we will start from here and read in continuous manner without punctuation. If we delete this codon, then we will read in continuous fashion, like again this and this will be read. So if the codons are there, they will be read in sequence, continuous manner. And if we change the reading framework, it will change the information of the amino acid synthesizing sequence. Nonsense codons means they do not code for any amino acid. So here UAA, UAG, UGA, these are the stop codons. They are also called stop codons because they don't code to any amino acid. So they are also called nonsense codons. So here you can see these are the nonsense codons or stop codons because they don't code to any amino acid. Only out of 64, only 61 codes for amino acids. 3 are stop codons. Initial codon you have seen. AUG is an initiator codon in majority of the protein. In a few cases, GUG may be the initiator codon. Methionine is an amino acid that is coded by the codon AUG. Now, genetic code summary is there. Number 1, genetic code is unambiguous, universal, degenerative, comma-less, non-overlapping. And 3 codons, they are called stop codon or termination codon because they don't code to any amino acid. AUG is called start codon and mutations can be well described using genetic code. We can understand the mutations by using genetic codes. Now the next topic is gene expression and regulation. See here. DNA, the chemical vehicle of heredity, is composed of functional units. They are called genes. The term genome is referred to the total genetic information contained in a cell, that is called genome. The bacteria E. coli contains about 4,400 genes present on a single chromosome. The genome of human is more complex with 23 pairs of diploid chromosomes containing 6 billion base pairs of DNA, which is have an estimated genes about 30,000 to 40,000. Gene expression and regulation. Organisms adapt to environmental changes by the altering gene expression. The regulation of gene expression of a gene is necessary for growth, development, differentiation, and very existence of the organism. So the characteristics which are shown by the organism, they are the result of gene expression. Types of gene expression are there. There are mainly two types of gene expressions or regulation: positive regulation and negative regulation. See here, positive regulation. When an expression of a genetic information is quantitatively increased by the presence of a specific regulatory element, it is called positive regulation. The element or molecule mediating positive regulation is called positive regulation or positive regulator. Negative regulation: when the expression of genetic information is quantitatively decreased by the presence of a specific regulatory element, that is called negative regulation. The element or the molecule mediating the positive regulation is called mediating the negative regulation is called negative regulator. The types of gene based on the functions. There are two types of genes: inducible gene, those are induce the reaction, and constitutive genes. Two genes are there: inducible and constitutive. Inducible genes, the expression of the inducible genes increased in response to the inducer. Inducers are small molecules. Some protein produced by E. coli like beta galactosidase are said to be inducible because they are only produced in significant amount when a specific inducer lactose is present. So you will study this in lac operon. It will be clear in lac operon. Tryptophan pyruvase of liver is induced by tryptophan. So these are the inducible genes. Then constitutive genes. The constitutive genes are expressed at more or less constant rate in almost all the cells, and they are not subjected to regulation. The products of these genes are required all the time in a cell, like enzymes of citric acid cycle. One cistron, one subunit concept. See here, earlier hypothesis proposed that one gene produces one enzyme or a protein. So that was one gene, one enzyme concept. It is known that some enzymes and proteins, their molecules are composed of two or more non-identical subunits, which cannot be explained by one gene, one enzyme theory. So it is not valid now. So cistron, what is cistron? You will see here. Cistron is now considered as a genetic unit coding for structure of a subunit of an enzyme or a protein molecule. So cistron is a genetic unit which codes for a subunit of an enzyme or protein, acting as a smallest unit of a genetic expression. Hence, one gene, one enzyme idea might be more accurately regarded as one cistron, one subunit concept. So now we can say one cistron is responsible for one subunit, not one gene, one enzyme. Gene expression in prokaryotes. So you will see now the operon. The concept of operon was introduced by Jacob and Monod in 1961. Operon is defined as a segment of a DNA strand consisting of a structural gene and operator gene. Structure gene is a cluster of several structural genes which carries the codons which can be translated into protein. Operator gene which has an overall control over the process of translation. So two genes are there, mainly structural and operator genes. Regulatory gene in operon. A third gene called regulator gene is located sometimes at the distance from the operator gene on the same DNA strand. Regulator gene transcribed mRNA which synthesize repressor protein molecule which regulate the transcription. Then promoter site. Promoter site is situated between the operator gene and regulator gene. So the see in the structure here, regulator gene, promoter gene, operator gene, and these are the structural genes. This is the arrangement of different type of gene, and this is called operon arrangement. Now see the lag operon, lactose operon actually. The lag operon or lactose operon is an indivisible catabolic operon of E. coli. It consists of structural gene Z, Y, and A codes respectively. Means Z codes for beta galactosidase, Y codes for galactosidase permease, and A codes for transacetylase. So three genes, they code for different enzymes. Functions. Beta galactosidase enzyme hydrolyzes lactose to galactose and glucose. Permease enzyme responsible for the transport of lactose into the cell. Acetylase coded by a gene is not known its property. Means acetylase that coded by a gene is not known properly. The structural gene Z, Y, and A transcribe to form a single large mRNA with three independent translation units synthesized for three distinct enzymes. Such a mRNA coding for more than one protein is called polycistronic mRNA, which is characteristic of prokaryotes. So prokaryotes has polycistronic mRNA. So gene is polycistronic in prokaryotes, but in eukaryote it is monocistronic. This is arrangement of lag operon. Here one I gene, one promoter gene, operator gene, and some means three structural genes are there. This arrangement, see here, lag operon on DNA, this operator gene, and here Z, Y, and A gene are situated, and these genes is responsible for beta galactosidase, Z for this, Y for this, and A for this. These are the enzymes that are required for lactose metabolism. Repression and derepression of lag operon. See here, no inducer when inducer is absent, and here in lag operon inducer is lactose, but no that inducer is present when repressor protein repressor gene synthesize repressor protein and it bind to the operator and the further process stops. So in the absence of inducer, the operator gene stop the further process and RNA polymerase cannot transcribe the operator or distal genes. So the process stops when inducer is absent. See here, this mRNA synthesize repressor protein, repressor units and transmeric repressors bind to operator and RNA polymerase cannot transcribe operator or distal Z, Y and A genes. Here you see, again it is shown that when repressor protein bind to the operator, the further process stops and this is called here, and this is a negative regulation. So repressor bind to operator and further the gene they do not synthesize the transcribe the mRNA, sorry, they transcribe the RNA and they do not produce enzymes if the repressor is, that inducer is absent. Here when inducer is present, then it bind to the repressor and the repressor cannot reach to the operator and the further process starts, means transcription starts and these transcribed RNA synthesize protein A, B and C. So this is the regulation of gene here in absence of inducer, and inducer is lactose. So lactose is absent, then repressor bind to the operator and it stops the further process. But here when repressor synthesize mRNA and inducer is present and this inducer inactivate the repressor which cannot go to the operator gene, and this operator gene activate the further process and transcription starts and beta galactosidase, permease and transacetylase, these enzymes are synthesized and they are responsible for the metabolism of the lactose.